Welcome guys to another episode of Tales of Middle-earth. As you know, I'm Adam, and today I have with me
Ronan.
And Ronan, he's here all the way from
Kitchener.
And we're actually in Ottawa, Ontario at the Capital City Bloodbath convention, where I'm holding the Desolation of Ottawa tournament for the Hobbit. So we're here on Friday right now. We're currently doing the open gaming and that, and Ronan has been dying to get a game in with me because, you've been coming for a year and a half to the league now, yeah. Right? And we still haven't played a single game yet. I think your dad and I have played, but you and I haven't.
Yes.
So he really wanted to play me, so I said, sure, let's film it, let's get it out there. So he's been watching all the battle reports and everything up to this point. And so, yeah, so what are we playing today? We're playing what?
High ground.
And we're playing 500 points? Mm-hmm. And what are you using?
Moria.
Moria versus my Iron Hills and Thranduil's Hall. So I'm sort of doing like a Battle of 5 armies sort of alliance between the two. So for you guys who might not know the rules for the high ground, basically you have your hill that I'll show you later when I'm showing you the board in the center of the table. And everybody that is touching it is basically, each model that's touching it is a victory point. Then you have your broken and the wounds on your enemy leader as well. So my enemy leader is going to be Dane.
And mine is going to be a Goblin Shaman.
A Goblin Shaman, you say?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yes.
Yes, all right. So let's show you the models, the armies that we're using. Let's show you the board and we'll get right into the match from there. So starting off, we're going to be showing you Ronan's army. So Ronan, why don't you walk us through what you have here in this army?
Okay. I got Durbers,
yeah.
King of Moria.
King of Moria, Durbers down there, nice.
He's a complete coward, so he's not the army general.
So he's using a sacrificial shaman instead.
Exactly.
All right.
He's got 4 goblins with shield, 4 goblins with spear,
yeah.
2 goblins with bow, a cave troll, and a bat swarm.
Nasty.
Then we've got the shaman.
Yeah.
He's leading 4 goblins shield, 4 goblins with spear or shield. There's 1 there with shield.
Yeah.
And 3 with bow.
All right.
Then we got the cave drake.
And the cave drake.
All the way from Moria to eat some dwarves.
So you think this is going to be able to stand up against the might of the elves and dwarves combined?
I'm hoping so.
You're hoping so. Well, you will find out. I'll show you my army next. Over here we have my 500 points of, well, I guess it would be Battle of 5 Armies Alliance. So we have Dane on board, leading 10 Iron Hill dwarves back there with spear and shield. And then over here I have Legolas mounted with Orcris and the horse, obviously, because he's mounted, leading 4 Mirkwood Rangers, then 4 Mirkwood Elves, 2 with Elven Glaive, 2 with sword and shield. So that is my 500 points. I'll show you the board next. Here we are with the board we've set up. So it's basically a woodlands board going into some hills and then a ruined city on the other side. So we got some big, large towers and ruins on that side. The hills, which that is the central hill there, and then just some scrub trees out this way. So we'll come back with deployment next. We've just completed deployment. We had Ronan who rolled highest, so he set up his first warband, which is the shaman and that there with a couple of guys on the hill. Next I set up Dane and the dwarves back there, followed by Durbers back here with Bat Swarm and Cave Troll, then Legolas over here, and then the Cave Drake over on that side. So, round 1, priority, here we go. What do you get? I got a 3 to Ronan's 5. So Ronan is going to have first turn. We'll see what he does. During the shaman's movement phase, he's moved up here, and Ronan, you're going to do what?
I'm going to cast Fury.
Alright, so he's using 2 will to do it. And it does not go off with a 1 or a 2. Negative.
He's going to might it.
Alright, that's it. End of the movement phase. This is what the board looks like. So my Iron Hill dwarves have just shimmied sideways. His guys have somewhat came up. Cave Drake is charging on the hill over towards the elves over here. All the elves have stayed stationary. I chose not to charge the Cave Drake this turn. And then Legolas and all my archers did not move as well. So we'll come back with the shooting phase next. Shooting phase, Ronan has no shooting, so Legolas is going to do auto hit into the shaman. I have 2 guys there that are also shooting the shaman that did not move, so I need 3+. So they both hit. In the ways for the first rank. One makes it through, so here's the wound on shaman needing 5+, nothing. And then in front, wounds, so you need 1 guy,
yeah.
Fury.
6.
Nothing. So the guy right in front of the shaman there. Yep. These 2 here just shooting in the Cave Drake. Both hits. Oh no, 1 hit. Wounding on a 6, nothing.
Thanks.
Priority turn number 2. Here we go. I got a 3. To your 3. I have priority. We almost forgot the auto hit on the goblin there, so I'm going to do that now. That is a wound.
And he's going to fate it.
Fate. Nope.
So he takes a wound.
Alright, he's taking a wound, so that's 1 wound off the shaman. During my movement, I have these guys that are going to charge the Drake there. So first one makes it with a 7, so charges in all the way up there. Second one gonna charge in as well, also in. Woo! Get in there. Well, I guess it's 1 that's only charging in. The other guy will just stay where he is. Never mind. Going over here, these 2 front sword guys are gonna charge. So starting off with that one there. It's in, so he's gonna go here, fighting into the base of that. And the next one, it's not gonna be there. I'll try the Mirkwood Ranger down here. In. And then the other Mirkwood Ranger will charge around as well. Definitely in. End of the movement phase, this is what the board looks like. Dane and the Iron Hills moved over. Legolas moved over this way, moving half. The Goblin Horde moved up, making a line with the Cave Troll inside and the Bat there, and then the Cave Drake ran up that way and was charged by my models. One guy did fail his courage test, and then on the back we have the Shaman who is hiding from Legolas and some Moria Goblins. We'll come back with shooting next. Shoot phase, Legolas is shooting into the Bat Swarm there with his auto hit. Roll into wounds. It is a wound, so he goes down to 3 wounds remaining. Over here, this guy here is going to shoot down at one of the goblins down here at the far end. He did not move because I forgot that I cannot get him in there. So he hits, and so it's just going to be the guy at the end back here, and does not move. I should say I have 2 in the way rolls, and that would have hit the first guy up here. My bad. So then rolling the wound. 5. What's your defense?
That is enough to kill.
Alright, that's enough to kill. There we go. 1 guy down. Starting the combat phase, I'm going to start off with the Mirkwood Ranger here. I have 2 dice.
Guys in the front are going to be fainting. They're going to be the gold ones.
Okay, so you got fainting gold dice. Yeah. And then I got a 6, so I win. Push it back. And we'll obviously strike towards the front guys. Your defense is 5, so I need 5s. Alright, 2 guys are done. Woo! Here we go, going into the Cave Drake. I have 5 dice versus your 3 Ronin. So let's see what you get. There's a 6, so we push my guys back.
And I am going.
So Ronin's choosing to hurl that Mirkwood Ranger. So strength is what, 6?
7.
7, so you do 7 inches across. Correction, he's going to be throwing the Mirkwood Ranger 10 inches straight back this way, going through a straight line. He'll be hitting those guys. So first one.
So
I don't know. Okay, no wounds. Second guy. It's strength 5, right?
Strength 3.
Oh yeah, so no wounds. Those guys are knocked down. And against him, he goes through 2. Nothing. Strength 3. Yeah, that's a wound. Never mind. That's a 4. So that Mirkwood Ranger is dead. Priority turn 3. Here we go. I have a 2. To your 2. I had it last, so you get it this turn. During the movement phase for myself, Legolas here is going to charge into the Cave Drake. Needing to roll well. That is more than enough, so he's going to come up here and charge into the backside of the Cave Drake. And then over here, Dane, he's going to charge into the Cave Drake as well, but tuck in right in there. So this is what the end of the movement phase looks like. The Cave Troll charged into these guys over here, as well as some Moria Goblins. There's a bit of a gap here. One of my guys charged into that Goblin there. Bard, oh my goodness. Dane charged in the Cave Drake, as did Legolas. I just moved my Mirkwood Ranger back so I had enough room in case he failed his charge on the Cave Drake. So, that is that. We'll come back with combats next. Beginning of the combat phase, we both called a heroic. It's going to be a heroic strike, most likely, with the Cave Drake. And I called one with Legolas. So let's see what happens in the combats. So, Ronin wants to start with the Cave Troll there. I have 4 attacks versus your 3. 5 highest. Come on, 6. I do get a 6, so I win. Push him back inch. Let's see if I can beat him. He's defense 6, so I need 5s. And so that's 1 wound to the cave troll. Over here, 2 on 2, so here we go. I got a 5 highest. I take it on fight value, push it back, roll the wounds, and there's a wound. 2 on 2 over here. Let's see what you get. 4 highest. I got a 6. Roll into wounds. Your defense is 5, so needing 5s. There it is there. 2 on 4 over here. I got a 6. I take it. Let's see if I can wound him. Nothing. So I have my 2 on 1 with spear support. Let's see what we get. You get something. I got a 4. You got a 5 highest, so you push me back. Bam. And
striking
bam.
the one with the glaive.
Okay, striking the glaive guy. Alright, and you kill him with a 6. Next, over here, guy with the shield and sword versus 2.
Fainting in front.
Yeah. And then you get a 6. Oh, I'm gotta roll 1 die. I get a 6, so I take it, and I push him back. Let's see if I can kill him. Nope. Well, 1 versus your 2 with birders. So 3 highest compared to my 1, so you get that. Push him back. 3, nothing. Last is the Drake here, so I gotta calculate how many dice. I have 3 from Legolas, and then a whole bunch from Dane and spear support, and 1 grounded guy there. So we gotta see what our guys go up to. So the Cave Drake goes up to fight 10, and I go up to 10. Thankfully I have the Elven Blade. So my dice here, I have 4 from Dane, 3 from Legolas, and then 2 are from the prone and the spear support there. So what do you get? 5 highest. 6. So I get it. Push him back. So Dane needs 5s, 4s. So here we go. Let's see what we get. Okay, so your defense is 7. So those 6s are from Legolas. Those go through. Dane needs, he's strength 5, so he needs 5s against you, but 4s because he's 2-handing. So that's 2 there. And nobody else got any. I might. How many? You have 6 wounds?
Yes.
Okay, so you have 4 wounds. That's it. I'm not going to use any might to boost up the other one. Do you have any fate on him?
I got 1, but I'm not going to use it.
Okay, so that's 4 wounds to the Cave Drake. Priority next round. I got a 1. I'm going to be calling a heroic with Legolas.
And I'm going to be countering with Dervers.
All right. Here's the roll off, and it's 1, so it goes to evil. Boo. End of the movement phase, because everybody. Oh no, it's not the end of the movement phase. Well, end of the heroic move, I should say, because he was able to get all his guys moved, including the cave troll. Cave Drake's up there, is on Legolas. The bat swarm's on the Mirkwood Ranger over there, and then Dane here was charged by 1 lonely little goblin over there. So I will come back with the rest of my movement next, which isn't a lot. In my movement phase, I had my Mirkwood Ranger and Palace Guard, or Mirkwood Elf, just charge into that guy, wrapping around. That is it. So no shooting this turn, right, Ronan? So we'll come back with combats next. So I'm calling a heroic combat this phase with Dane. He's on 1 goblin, so I have to do my Mirkwood Ranger will be that die, and the other 3 will be Dane. So here we go. What do you get? You're shielding, you said?
Yep, you're
shielding. All right. So you get a 5 highest. Dane gets a 6. So then he needs a whole whopping 4s to wound you. No 3s actually, because he's always 2-handing, and so that is dead. He's then going to charge into that Drake, as well as the Mirkwood Ranger is going to try. So he needs to make a courage test, and is also in on that Drake as well, like so. Going on next to the Cave Troll here on 4. So you get a 5 highest. Let's see if I get a 6. I do. And I need 5s to wound you. Here we go. So there is 2 wounds on the Cave Troll, and that does slay him. Moving on down here, we got 2 versus 2. 3 highest versus your 2s. And I win 1. Down here, I got a double 1, so you definitely take that and push me back.
What do I need, 6s by 4s?
6s by 4s, yeah. So nothing. Lastly, we have 2 over here, up against 4. So you're gonna faint with your 2 fainters?
Yep.
Or, sorry, that guy already fought, so you should only have 3, my bad. So you get 5 highest, I get 3 highest, you take that, push me back, and nothing.
Oh wait,
it's a 5 too, FYI, because you rolled a 1 there. Up next, these two. What do you get? 2. I get a 2. I take on a fight. Let's see if I can get them. No, 1. Where to next? These two here.
Yep.
I have 1. So I got a 6. I take it. And let's see if I can get them. I do with a 5. Going on to the Drake next, I have Dane with 4 attacks, Mirkwood Ranger, and Legolas with 2. Up against your 3. Let's see what you get. You get a 6. Can I get you with a 6 too? I do. I do have an Elven Blade, so 3 to 6 is me, and it's your turn, so you might as well roll. It is a 3, so I get it.
There you go.
Let's see what I can do. Here we go. Dane needs 4s, so that's 1. Legolas needs 5, so that's 2.
He needs 6s because defense.
Oh, your defense 7. Sorry, my bad. I will use another might point. How many fate do you have?
I have 1 fate.
And
2 wounds.
2 wounds left. I'll just do 1. I won't use. Actually, you have no might either, right?
Nope.
I will use 1.
So I have to use
You have to use your fate. And I'll just pump up the other one to 4 to kill them off. Up next, we got Bats versus 3 here. So you have 6 highest, and I rolled a whole whopping 5 highest, so I do get pushed back. Bam, and bam. Let's see if you can do it. What's your strength?
3.
All right, so you need, almost knocked him over. You need 4s? Nothing. Priority next round. I got a 6, I got it. So Ronan called a heroic action, movement I should say, with Durbers here. So the Bat charged into Legolas. Dane was surrounded by the goblins, and the rest of the goblins over here charged into the dwarves. So we'll come back with the rest of my movement next. End of the movement phase. These guys moved around because they weren't held down and charged to that guy. I had 1 elf that charged around onto that goblin, and these 3 charged into that bat swarm there. So we'll come back with combats next. Let's start combats up here with my 5 attacks on the bat swarm. Legolas will be the red. I have then 3 brownish colored dice for the other guys over here. And what do you get? You get a 6. Legolas gets 5s. I'll use this might point to win. And then so he would fall and take fall damage from that. But let's see if I kill you first off. Needing 4s on everything. That is a very dead bat with 3 wounds. Moving on to that goblin versus my 1 Mirkwood elf. I got a 6. Let's see if I can get it. No. Dane on 2 here. Let's see what you get. You get a 6. I get a 6 and I do take it. Obviously always 2-handing, so I'm going to do the one that's touching the wall, or was, primary on him. Either way, he's dead, and the other guy survives. Servers on 1. Let's see what happens. And you get a 6 with your fight value?
4.
Alright. I get a 6 as well. Oh no! That's not good. And I get a 4, so nothing. 1-on-1 here. 4. And do I get him? That's a 4. So nothing. Moving on to 2-on-1 there. I got a 4 highest, so you pushed me back an inch. Thank you for getting me closer to the wall. And do you wound him?
Shielded.
Oh, you shielded, never mind. These 2 on that one. 4. I take it on fight value, and I get him. 2-on-1 there. 4. And you push me back. So I'll just go this way, slide over. Here's the roll. It's nothing. 2-on-1 here. You get a 6. Oh, you beat me. Push me back. And nothing. And then I got 2-on-1 as well over there. I got 5 highest. You get a 6 and you push me back. And nothing. End of the round, this is what the board looks like. Everybody's trying to make their way over there. So we'll roll for priority for next turn. I got a 3 to your 5. And I will call a heroic movement with Dane. So Durbers also countered with a heroic movement, so let's see what happens. 4 to 6 goes to me, goes to the goblins. Boo. End of the heroic movement for Durbers. He ended up over there. This goblin jumped up there. This one jumped over that way. These guys tied up those dwarves, well, one of those dwarves, and this guy tied up that elf. This elf is left open, and a bunch of these dwarves are left to move. So we'll see what happens with my movement next. End of my movement, this is what the board looks like. All my dwarves here tied up that, or jumped on that goblin. These guys jumped on that goblin. These ones, well, this guy here supporting that elf who's on that goblin. These two jumped over there. These guys all charged up here and we're spear supporting them. And that elf went all the way around to attack Durbers and also be in base contact with that hill. So, no shooting. We'll come back with combats next. Starting off the combats, I have 4 guys up against his 1 there. So you're shielding. Okay. So you get a 6. I get 2s and 3s. You push me back. I'm going to move this guy up an inch this way. And this guy's going to come an inch that way. And these guys stay exactly where they are, like that. Next up, these 2 versus that one. Are you fighting regularly? Alright, you get a 1. I take it with fight value alone, so let's see if I can get him. With 5, I sure do. Are we going to move on down to this combat here? So I have 4 attacks versus your 1. Okay, 4. And I get a 5, so I take it. Let's see if I can get you. There's a 5, so that goblin is done. A lone goblin here on Dane. You're shielding?
Yep.
Alright. He got a 6. Dane does not, so you push me back an inch into that barrier there, or into that hill. Thank you very much for helping me to get more points.
You're welcome.
Going up to Durbers next. I have 2 attacks versus the 2 dice from him. You get a 6, your fight 4?
Yep.
Alright, let's see if I get a 6. I don't. You're going up against.
First strike in the Merc Ranger.
Okay. You get her?
And strike on the elf.
Okay. No. Last combat, we got Legolas and some elves help up against that 1 goblin. Hey, you get a 6. Can I beat it? I do.
He tried.
And do I get him? I sure do with that 5 right there. So Ronan is broken, so he's going to roll here on a 1 or a 2. The game ends. No, the game continues another round.
Darn it.
Come back. Well, let's just roll priority now. I got a 6. Goes to me. No might on the board, so I'll go into my movement next. End of the movement phase. This is what the board looks like. These 2 guys just sort of moved up. These guys charged on that dwarf. Those 2 are on that dwarf. I'm saying dwarf. I meant goblins. Oh my goodness. I'm betraying my own faction. Then all these guys are just touching the hills. Same with that one over there. Dane and Legolas are on your goblin guy there. And then these 3 at the back move 2.5 inches to hopefully shoot into combats down this way. And that guy just moved up his full speed. So we'll come back with shooting next. These 3 here shooting into the spear support over there.
They need 6s to hit.
Yes, and not a single one because you moved. Over here, those 2 against that 1 goblin who's shielding. So, what do you get? You get a 4 highest, I get a 6. And can I take him? I do not. He just gets pushed back. These 2 over here, are you shielding or fighting normally? Shielding.
Fighting normally.
Oh, you're fighting normally. And you get a 4 to my 6. Let's see if I can wound you. I do. And that is another goblin down. My 2 against your 1, you're fighting normally?
Yep.
Okay, you get a 6. I do not. You push him back. Guess where he goes into?
The hill.
The wall. So, and you get a 6.
Actually, wait, that's all I need, isn't it? Because you're not in base contact before.
You're strength 3, so yeah. Legolas and Dane on Durbers. How many?
Yep.
Let's see what you get. Set the bar for me. He gets 5 highest. I get a 5 highest. So here we go.
6.
These are D3 wounds apiece from Legolas if I wound you, right? So let's see if he wounds you. So what's your defense?
6.
6. Okay, so I need 5s. Rolling this twice. So he gets 1. That's D3 wounds. So 3 wounds from Legolas. And then Dane, he needs 4s. So that's 3 more. And let's see. That's another 2 more. So he's very, very mush. End of the game. Does it end? 1 or 2? It does not. I don't know if you're going to be doing much more though. Like, you got 5 models on the board. And they need to make courage tests. Oh, those guys should have made courage tests. Oh no, you got your shaman back. I forgot that sneaky shaman with fury still there. Boo. So we're gonna go right into the after action report next. Ronan here just thinks he might as well just give me the win because he doesn't think he can take on the mass horde of elves and dwarves that he's facing. So we'll come back with the after action report next. Alright, here we are with the after action report. You just saw the match between Ronan and his Moria guys versus my Iron Hill Dwarves and Thranduil Halls. Ronan, thank you for coming out, dude. It's good to see you. Yep. So, yeah, what was your thoughts?
That was a slaughter.
It was, unfortunately for you.
I really wish I rolled my 6s at the beginning of the game instead of the end.
Yeah.
that troll really let me down. If his hurls had gotten off, that might have evened things up a bit.
I think it would have. If you got your hurls off, I wouldn't have gotten my shield walls, and I wouldn't have been able to strike back. And if you won the combats, which you could have, exactly, because I wouldn't have been able to do much, right? So, so that was a big thing. But unfortunately, your troll didn't actually do that well at all.
Yeah, he didn't even your single 6.
No, and if he did, it would have been, I think, a hugely different and vastly different game.
Yeah.
And your cave drake too didn't perform nearly as well.
Nah.
So
he just died.
He just died, yeah. So, well, I appreciate it. You know, it was really good having you out. We'll have to get another game in. You know, we're here all weekend at the Capital City Bloodbath for the Desolation of Ottawa tournament. So hopefully we'll see you again on another battle report sometime soon. Yeah. Guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, ignite your hobby.